Hello traders, you are welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. In this video, we're just going to be diving into how to calculate pips in TradingView. Okay, so if you are trading Forex and using TradingView for your chart analysis, knowing how to measure pip movements is an essential skill. So this tutorial is going to show you exactly how to do it step by step, using both tools and manual methods. Before we jump into the TradingView platform, let us quickly cover what a pip actually is. Now, a pip stands for percentage in points, and it is the smallest standard price move in most Forex pairs. For most currency pairs, 1 pip equals 0.0001. But for pairs involving the Japanese yen, like the USD JPY, for example, a pip is 0.01 due to fewer decimal places. As you can see that the USD JPY, or basically the Japanese yen pairs, they usually have fewer decimal places compared to other pairs. You can see other pairs that usually have up to 5 decimal places. USD JPY just usually has maximum of 3 decimal places, right? So as a result of that, a pip is 0.01 on JPY pairs, and then on other standard pairs that have 5 decimal places, the pip is now calculated, equal to 0.0001. 0.0001 on these other pairs and 0.01 on JPY pairs. Okay, so if, for example, the Euro USD moves from 1.13, let's just assume that it is at exactly 1.13. So if it should move from maybe 1.13 to maybe 1.1360, and it moves to 1.1370, so that means that it has moved about 10 pips. All right, about 10 pips. Okay, simple, right? Now, the easiest way to calculate pips in TradingView is by using the built-in ruler tool. Here's how. On your chart, just click on the ruler, all right? The ruler icon on the left toolbar. You can just press Shift click, right? You can press Shift click, right? You can see if you press Shift click, it's going to appear, okay? So you click where your move starts and drag it to where it ends. So maybe you want to calculate from here to here, right? Right? You'll see a box pop up with 3 numbers. The number of bars, you can see there is a number of bars or candles between the 2 points that you just measured, right? And then you can see the price movement in pips or points, right? You can see the price movement in pips or points. And then you also see the percentage change, right? See the percentage change, right? And this one is for volume. This one is now for the length that, you highlighted, length of time that you highlighted, okay, basically. So for Forex pairs, the middle number represents pipettes or pipettes, not full pips. So if you see 50, right? Let's just use the measuring tool again. Just highlight this. Okay. Now, if you see 50, that means 5 pips. Just move the decimal 1 place to the left. So 50 points is actually equal to 5 pips. All right? 50 points is equal to 5 pips. Okay, but in this case, remember that our decimals is calculated from the fourth decimal place, our pips, I mean, calculated from the fourth decimal place. So you can see from 63, from 6 to 3, from 163, I mean, to 213, okay, we actually had 50 pips. So this was actually in pips, not in points. Okay, so you can see that there is a point in between. So 50.0. So this was 50 pips, but if you want to calculate in points, that's about 500 points. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Okay, if you prefer to calculate pips manually, you can also do it using the price scale. So you identify your entry and exit prices, you subtract the smaller price from the larger one. Okay, maybe you enter here and then maybe you exit in here. So what you just have to do is you subtract your exit point. Sorry, you subtract your entry point, that's for a buy, right? Your entry point from your exit point, and you're going to get the number of points. You're going to get the number of points. For example, in this case, if you're doing this calculation, do not add the decimals, okay? So let's do the calculation together. 113, instead of 1.13, we're going to remove the decimal. 113,580 minus 112,803. So this is going to give us the number of points. So from here to here, we had 777 points. But if you're converting it to pips, it's going to be 77.7 pips. All right. So now let us, that is the manual calculation, right? So let us do the automatic calculation. Okay. I just need the exact spot. I want it to be accurate. Okay, so you can see this is the automatic calculation. We have 77.7 pips. So that is the calculation we just did right now. But in order to save you time, you can just use the ruler tool and just do your calculations immediately and you get the number of pips. Okay? All right. So now here are a few tips to keep in mind while calculating pips in TradingView. Always double check whether the pair you are trading uses 4 or 2 decimals. All right, check how many decimals your currency pair is using, whether it's using 5 decimals or 4, or whether it's using, in the case of Japanese yen, whether it's using 3 decimals or 2. Okay, so ensure that you get that, settled. Okay, remember that TradingView often shows pipettes. That's tenths of a pip. So you'll need to divide by 10 to get full pips. Just like I already mentioned, if you do your manual calculations, what you're going to be getting is the number of points. Okay, but remember that 1 pip makes 10 points. Okay, so if you're calculating in points, it means that you have to divide by 10 to get the number in pips. If you're calculating in pips but you want to convert to points, just multiply by 10. If you are using indicators or tools that display price difference, make sure they are set to pips and not points, especially when using custom scripts or alerts. And that is it, how to calculate pips in TradingView made simple. Whether you are using the ruler tool or doing it manually, this skill will help you track movements accurately and sharpen your trade planning. If you found this video helpful, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a breakdown, tutorial, or strategy drop. Let me know in the comments what currency pair you're watching this week. Right? Catch you in the next video, and as always, trade smart.